I find it so interesting how much time we spend with people that don't like us. Maybe they even hate us. Trust me when I say this. Let people think whatever, do whatever, let them walk away. You're going to be okay. My name is Connor. I'm 21. I've done about $950,000 in revenue with my business. And I wanted to share some advice with you. Stuff that I found useful, stuff that comes from the heart a little bit. The first thought that comes to mind, and I think that most people overlook, is the fact that you can't change people. People will do what they do, act how they act, and you just kind of have to accept that. I don't know this off the top of my head. I'm probably going to butcher this, but you know that saying, if you love somebody, let them go. And if they come back, it was meant to be. I think that is one of the best pieces of advice ever spoken. This applies to your friends, your family, ironically, well, maybe not in this exact wording, but your business relationships, your job opportunities, negotiating. This is one of the most important things that you can think about in life. For years, and I mean, ever since I was, a little kid, I can remember trying to hype a friend up about an idea I had. I remember, people always joke about it. When I was 14, I really thought it would be cool to own some crypto. I thought, wow, that would be super cool. I had friends that thought, oh, that's a cool idea, but nobody would do it with me. Nobody would learn it with me. And I thought I was the crazy one, because I would try and I would try and I would try, and I'd be like, hey, you need to check this thing out. I just want somebody to learn it with me. And the reality is nobody owes you that time. And simultaneously, I think that we hold on to these people. That's our gut instinct, is to hold on and to think, well, these are the people around me. They're the people that I respect their opinion. I want them to care about me. And sometimes that doesn't happen, and that's okay. Now, I know, our first thought when it hurts, when you want people to care about you. You want people to care for you. You don't want people to disconnect from you. You wish people wouldn't walk away from you. You wish people would stay in contact with you. You wish conversations weren't so one-sided. You wish you didn't have to reach out every time. You wish you weren't the first person to initiate something. The biggest takeaway is that you're actually making room for something better. Now, this may be a weekend long, this may be a summer long, this may be a year long, 5 years long, but it doesn't really matter. The storm passes. It's inevitable that you will go through lows. You will have people in your life that don't care about you. This is just the reality. You're going to be surrounded by these people, but the storm passes. It always does. Every time something like this rocks you, the reality is you're just being set up for something better. At some point, something better always comes along if you are open to it and if you reach out to it. Obviously, if you're going to close your mind and you're going to say nothing great will ever happen to me, then nothing great will ever happen to you. But if you're willing to accept that you can walk away, you can let people do whatever they want, and something better is waiting for you, actually it is. And that's really common. I believe in something called the law of averages. I won't go too much into detail. I think it deserves its own video. But I believe that with every action you take in life, you have a set amount of odds. I think that you're bound to mess up, you're bound to fail, you're bound to lose majority of the time. Whether that means 51% of the time, or it means, for some people it's pretty extreme, 90% of the time, you're bound to lose quite often. But that doesn't mean that you give up. The law of averages dictates that you're bound to find success at a certain point, and that over the same time frame, if you were to repeat this failure, you're bound to win again. And that in my life has been so unbelievably true. So with people, with relationships, businesses, it doesn't matter. Because at the end of the day, you are bound for the next win. Sometimes it's not immediate. Not everybody has the same odds in this case, but everything turns around at some point, no matter how low the chance. Now, I'm all about applicable advice, right? I think the concept is great. It's awesome. Learn to detach. I want you to apply this. In sales, I've talked to, I don't know how many people. I've probably talked to 10 to 15,000 individual prospects in just the last 12 months in non-consecutive selling. And I assure you, one of the most important things you can do, this applies to everything, is physically learn to walk away. When you're negotiating, when you're selling, when it's a relationship you really care about, trust me on this. Learn to just say, hey, if it's not something you want to do, that's okay. If this doesn't feel right, that's all good. This can be with a friend that you really thought, you grew up with. You thought, hey, I thought we'd always be boys. I thought this relationship would always work out. Maybe you found somebody, a girl, a guy that you thought was the one, and maybe they walk away from you. They no longer care. You need to absolutely learn, in any case, in any sale, in any friendship, in any relationship at all, say, hey, it's okay. If you don't want to show up, that's fine. I'm going to be doing this thing. I'm going to go hit this workout. If you can't make it, that's all good. Life will get a lot better very quickly. And the reason this principle just works so well is because people that live abundantly, that believe in abundance, they believe that the next great thing is around the corner, they tend to be more confident, and people follow confidence. People like scarcity. People like to have what they can't have. And it sounds a bit, it doesn't sound like what you want to hear, but it's sadly the truth. So at the end of the day, I want you to have better relationships. I want you to live a better life. So sometimes learn to let go. Learn to let go of that job, that opportunity, that client, that friend, that family member, that relationship you really wanted to work. Learn to let go. Let them walk away. Let them think whatever they want. Let them do whatever they want. It's okay. You're going to be okay. I promise. I know it's not the easiest thing in the world. If you did ever want somebody to, talk with, I can't promise I can give you all my time, but hit me up. Shoot me a message on Instagram, leave a comment. Or if you want to try sales with me, I love to give people a shot. So I should have a link in the description for that too. But most importantly, if you like this and you want my opinion on goal setting, on achieving the next great thing, click somewhere over here, somewhere on the screen. This is something I really care about, and I want to keep you around, so check that out. That's all I got.